Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your weekly reading for April 22nd to the 28th. This is for Pisces and Pisces rising. And we're actually going to do April 22nd to the end of the month because there are 2 days at the end of the month that are amazing and you're going to love it. So we kick this week off. The thing that I want to remind you is that you are definitely going through these changes. There are some paths opening up for you. A lot of big, coming after the new moon total solar eclipse in Aries, as well as just more recently, the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. As I explained, these are 2 new cycles that are happening for you. So you can feel that you're moving in a different direction. Now, this week feels more like a transition, and we're kicking it off on Tuesday with a full moon in Scorpio. So even though these new things are happening for you and you feel like a whole world opening up for you in different ways, there's still going to be some culmination and some endings to other areas of your life. Now, this full moon in Scorpio, April 23rd, that's going to be Tuesday, all right? This one is going to be really, really, really deep, emotional. This is a very watery, emotional full moon, and, keyword watery, you being a fellow water sign as Scorpio, you may feel, a little bit more than some of the other signs, but what I want you to know is that this full moon in Scorpio, first things first, think about what happened November 13th, 2023. Think about what just 6 months ago, around that time, what were the conversations that you were having? What were, the things that you were thinking? What were the new things that you were initiating? Maybe go through your Instagram feed, whatever it is, to see what you were just, what was going on around that time. Because this full moon, obviously associated with that new moon, is bringing culmination to that area. So you could feel a turning point here. You could feel a shift here and culmination, of course, as well as things illuminated for you. That's what full moons do. Now, full moons in Scorpio are really deep as it is, but this is definitely going to be a little bit more emotional because, as I explained in your monthly forecast, we're officially in Taurus season, meaning the sun is in Taurus. This full moon will be in Scorpio, but they'll be squaring Pluto and Aquarius. So those are 3 fixed signs. So that means there's a little bit of wiggle room. There's a little bit of wiggle room here. And it's really asking you to just actually go within, explore your emotions, go on this deep level. All right. Even intuition is, it's really going to help around this time. And you may feel very intuitive this time. Okay. There could be something because this full moon in Scorpio is your 9th house of spirituality. All right. Spirituality, your belief system, your philosophies, there could be something there that you're seeing something that it's just like, I don't want to see this way anymore. There's this new way that I want to see something. Okay. The 9th house is also long distance travel, foreign cultures, foreign lands, publishing, okay, broadcasting. It's also education. So there could be something culminated around this time, all right? And it could just be just one phase moving into another phase. Maybe you're graduating a course and moving on to this new course, but there is something that may be really emotional, though, around this time. And again, requiring you. Now, with it being in Scorpio, yes, money matters could be a big thing here, and doubly so for you because you already have so much activity around money, all right, with the South Node and the North Node and the, all that energy in Aries. Now, so just keep that in mind. Something, but, 8th house matters, like investments, assets, inheritance. Now, the 8th house is also intimacy. So there could be something with intimacy around this time that you're, maybe, again, with your belief system, maybe you're thinking about something, intimate matters and how it relates to you in your life. But use this to heal. This is a good time to heal. Remember to really go deep, to really do some shadow works, around this time as well. This is definitely going to be one where it's even secrets could come out around this time. It's just be mindful. This is a big one. This is a feeler of a full moon. And definitely get some sleep. Get some really good rest. This is definitely could have a pretty big emotional impact and just an impact in general. As you know, full moons affect people as much as animals as much as ocean tides. As you get where I'm going with this, but definitely know that this one you could feel a few days before, a few days after. You will feel this one. Now on Thursday, on April 25th, hello, Mercury goes direct. Amazing. This is absolutely amazing. So if you feel that there's been a lot of miscommunication, a lot of delays in terms of when it comes to finances, money, salary, income, oh my goodness, Mercury is finally going direct. All right. So one thing that I say is, I call them bookend days, like when Mercury goes retrograde and go direct, those specific days, they have a higher charge about them. So you still may have some miscommunication around this time. Just know it's finally going direct. Okay. So you're going to have a lot more clarity. You're going to have especially around finances, money matters. I always say, if you're not here for money, okay, if you're not here for money, if you own half the universe, second house is also self-worth, it's self-value. You may be exploring that now, and you may have a lot more clarity in terms of the value that you bring to things, feeling confident in that area. All right. And I want you to, all right, I want you to have those moments of just that confidence, all right, that boost of confidence. Now on Sunday, and remember, Mercury, even though it's going direct, it will still be in Aries until May 15th. Okay, so still staying in your second house. So remember, your North Node it's still in Aries all year. Okay, and we just came out of that new moon total solar eclipse in Aries. We're coming out of Venus in Aries, and Mercury will still be in Aries, but again, that is all second house matters. All right, so there still could be something there, and there's another reason why I'll tell you in a second. But on Sunday, April 28th, wow, this is one for the books. All right, okay, so Pisces, this is definitely going to have an impact on you. So I really want you to pay attention to this day. Mars conjuncting Neptune. All right. Mars conjuncting Neptune. They're both in your sign. They're both in your sign. Okay. So you will definitely feel this. Now, Mars and Neptune could not be more dissimilar. They're so unlike each other, or they're so different. They're very different. Okay. And now they're conjunct. So a conjunction is a powerful aspect. They're basically like shoulder to shoulder. It's powerful. There's this charge about conjunctions, and Mars, it's almost like with Mars conjuncting Neptune, it's like a parent forcing their kid to hang out with another kid who they have nothing in common. They have absolutely nothing in common. All right. It's like the goth kid with the cheerleader. It's like, what, how do we make this work? Exactly. You have to figure out how to make these energies work for you. Okay. Because Mars, can be aggressive, can be combative, it has that, warrior spirit, and Neptune is more docile. Neptune is very different from Mars, but Mars is pushing that illusion, fantasy part of Neptune out, but Neptune is equally naughty. Neptune is bringing deception around. So this is a day where I don't want you to have your head in the clouds. I mean, you have your head above the clouds. It's a day where you could just be very, very, very highly imaginative, okay? Which is good, and I like that. But again, there is a sense of like, just have a foot on the ground around this time, okay? Have a foot on the ground around this time, because this is an aspect that has this fantasy element to it, all right? And really being, in this fantasy world, but without any reality base to it. So have a foot on the ground and you'll be fine. All right. Use that. Use that Mars energy to not only boost your spirituality. Remember, we're talking about Neptune here. So a lot of spiritual energy, a lot of intuitive energy. Let it boost your intuition. That's what you want to use it for. Okay. As well as imagination. And even just make sure that Mars is, there's a term that we say, like the fog of Neptune. Okay. Sometimes Neptune can bring that fog. So you want to use Mars to just cut through that fog on this day. It is going to be a big day. And again, I definitely want you to just use Mars to feel really driven, okay, and inspired as well. Now, on the 29th, this is going to be the Monday after Venus moves into Taurus. This is absolutely amazing. Venus is moving into her home sign, okay? Venus rules Taurus. This is all about comfort. This is all about comfort. It's all about love. It's all about even sensuality is a big thing. When I say sensuality, even your senses, all five senses, completely amplified and heightened in terms of seeing the beauty in things and feeling the beauty in things and feeling the beauty of life. It's really this slowdown, okay? Especially with Venus in Aries was so fiery, right? Now it's moving into Taurus. It's so grounded and it's so lovely, and it's just doing this slow dance with, the beauty of everything around you. So just know that this is a very, very magical aspect, and Venus and Taurus. Venus will be in Taurus until May 23rd, so you'll have this for a few weeks, and this is really, really, really nice. A lot of like loyalty, commitment energy here as well. I want you to use this aspect as well to treat yourself, okay? So there's a lot of that kindness energy, being kind to others, but being kind to yourself, prioritize yourself as well. Venus rules beauty, so you may even benefit from and enjoy getting like spa treatments around this time, getting a massage, and really just again treating yourself around this time. Now, so Venus is now with the Sun and Jupiter and Uranus in your third house. There could be just the way that you communicate, be such an allure around it. It could be just so really nice and magical for you. Third house is also writing. It's learning new things. You could be finding the beauty in a lot of new things that you're discovering now. It's also siblings. The third house rules siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors. Even short distance travel could be something that you may just really love right now. Now, on the 30th, Venus will square Pluto. So now we have another square with Pluto, okay? This is going to be very interesting because we're coming out of the Sun squaring Pluto. Remember, this full moon is squaring Pluto as well. So a bunch of little squeezes this week. But remember, Pluto in Aquarius is your 12th house. And this is why I really want you to watch out for that Mars conjuncting Neptune aspect that's in your sign. Because just, a few days later, you have Venus squaring Pluto. Pluto in Aquarius, your 12th house, is subconscious. You rule the 12th house, by the way. So the subconscious, the, hidden matters, but also intuition. So but the other thing with the 12th house is it does rule like self-sabotage, facing your fears, things like that. So I just want you to be aware of that. And again, just trust your intuition. This is a day where it's great to compromise, all right? Because there could be some power issues, control issues that come up around this time, especially with relationships could be a thing. But just you may feel like this big, you hear that, the church bells? Well, maybe that's a sign. Because I was going to say you could feel this big burst up in terms of and empowerment in love as well. But self-love, definitely a big thing here as well. But just know that this is one when I say compromise, seeing eye to eye with people, just remember Venus is diplomacy too. All right. Now, on the same day, Mars will move into Aries. Hello. That's what I was saying earlier. Mars moving into Aries now. So Venus just moves into her home sign. Mars is moving into his home sign. Okay, Mars rules Aries. So you've got the two cosmic lovers in their home signs where they feel comfortable, where Mars is in his private jet, just boom, boom, boom. Venus is in her thing where that chair where people are carrying her, then she's got a fan. It's really nice, and they're overlapping, okay, throughout May. Remember, May, the best month of 2024, the luckiest month of 2024. So we really love this. Just know this is when, just buckle up, Mars and Aries. You're wildly ambitious, going after your dreams, your passions, feeling alive deep down in your soul. Just, I love this. I love this energy with Mars in his happy place too. You will feel this charge, and don't forget, this is your second house. So will you feel more confident? Yes. Will you want to feel more confidence? Yes. Will you feel like that self-value that I was talking about? Yes. And also, hey, salary, income, finances. So again, with the fact the North Node moved into Aries, and will be there all year long. The fact that we just had this total solar eclipse in Aries, and now you've got Mars moving into Aries and your second house of income and money. There's going to be shifts. There's going to be changes. Really use Mars and Aries to your advantage. This is going to be big. This is going to be big. So Pisces, with that said, let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you for April 22nd to the end of the month. This is for Pisces and Pisces rising. If you want to read for your moon, your Venus, all those other placements, well, you know that the moon and Venus are very active this week if you know your birth chart. So let's do it, Pisces. Let's get started. See what's going on for you for April 22nd to the end of the month, Pisces. Pisces, I do a traditional call to cross spread, really does offer the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers, Pisces. Secondly, you know I love y'all. Tell me what was the Jupiter, the Uranus conjunction like for y'all? There's definitely some big conversations that you could be having. There could be some big conversations that you're having around this time now. Oh, wow. Okay, there you go. There's this is definitely going to be a week for you. Definitely going to be a week for you, but there is a lot of progress from last week. And I just want you to know that there is possibly going to be some moments of Mars conjuncting Neptune in your sign and the full moon in Scorpio, fellow water sign, this week may be something that you really, I just want you to be aware of. Now, you have the Four of Pentacles, okay? So the Four of Pentacles coming up in your past. Listen, I've told you already, money matters may be a big thing for you right now, okay? This is really good. It's indicating there may be a part of you that is putting a lot of emphasis on that in terms of finances, putting your finances together for, financial security, but stability is a big thing. Now, if you're not here for finances, this is all about order. Pentacles also rules Pentacles are also earthbound, okay? They're your physical reality. So it's really just putting everything in order for you, all right? It's almost like you're wanting to create this path for yourself where you are really wanting this structure in your life. There could have been, April was such a, I said it in your April forecast, the energies were so wild and so different. So now that could be a big focus for you to just have this stability, especially in your home sector, family sector, but just think foundation, okay? Just think foundation of your life. Now, one of the reasons why this may be a big thing for you and why you're putting so much or may put a lot of focus toward it now is because remember, next month, Jupiter moves into Gemini, which is your fourth house. That's going to happen at the end of May, and Jupiter will be there for an entire year. And so you will have a lot of changes when it comes to home, family, children, parents, anything that's part of the fourth house. And Jupiter is expansion. Jupiter is luck. So we'll talk about that next month, but it's good that you're already likely thinking about it, and if not, you will this week for sure. I know I dropped these readings a couple days early before the week. Now you have the Five of Wands, okay? You have the Five of Wands in the heart of your spread, all right? So this is a challenge card. It is a conflict card. This is really interesting because I feel like what's happening here, it does seem like there may be some not seeing eye to eye this week. There may be some feeling of competitiveness that happens this week. Again, we've got Mars at play, Mars conjuncting Neptune in your sign. So I want you to just recognize that. Remember, it's all about diplomacy. It's seeing eye to eye with people. If you have to be that person, right? Because even though it's a challenge card, it is the least challenging of the challenge cards, okay? Very interesting. You see it's just kids swinging their wands in the air. So a lot of ego at play here, okay? A lot of ego at play, and that competition energy is coming up for me. But it is something, again, there's got to be someone, if there is a situation like this, someone that has to just kind of stand up and say, y'all, come on, let's see eye to eye. Let's get along here. There's too many cooks in the kitchen. Really, again, trusting your intuition in all regards in anything that happens, because you don't want things to get out of hand. Okay. Now, the other thing is you've got the Four of Wands in your challenge area. So you see the 4 wands and the 5 wands here. All right. So a lot of this could be you. A lot of this could be you. There's a lot that could be happening in your external world, but they're also within. All right. There could be some internal, tug of war. There could be a lot of maybe you're being hard on yourself as well. Don't do that. Trust your intuition. It is going to be a week where there's a lot of strong energies that will have a big impact on you this week. So, Four Wands is, there's a lot of celebration there. There's a lot of joy there. There's a lot of, milestones there too. So it seems like there could be something that's in terms of your goals and your dreams, and even like maybe even plans that you want, things that you're trying to attract. There could be something that is just in the way, and it's this competitive spirit that's coming up. But again, it could be you. It could be you just maybe, again, needing to just really dive deep, have that emotional exploration, but also the intuitive exploration this week. All right. Remember that full moon in Scorpio will be in your 9th house of spirituality. So I really want you to connect with that this week. It does seem like there may be something that has to do with partnerships and relationships because, you see the two people here getting married, but they're in your challenge area. And then now you see you've got the lovers in your crown. All right. So partnerships, relationships really could be something that is you may find activity around this week. Okay, something that you're thinking about, and you may be thinking about the perfect partnership. And this can be career, this can be love. There could be something there where you're thinking about where you want. It's almost like this healing in that area as well. Okay, in fact, you actually see Archangel Raphael here, the healer. Okay. So I really, and he is the one that's gifting the love. He's the one that's gifting the love to, we'll call them Adam and Eve. Okay. We've got Adam and Eve here. You can see that Adam is looking at Eve. Eve is looking at the Archangel. All right. So consider this conscious, subconscious, super conscious, all right? It really is. If you want to break it down, if you want to think like mind, body, spirit, you can do that too, but that's you here as well. So remember what I mentioned earlier about that self-love. I want you to have that self-love first, all right? There's a lot of healing here, all right? There's a lot of healing here, and it may seem like that's something that you want. There is something here also where it seems like you may have to fight a little harder for okay? But all, in a diplomatic way, all right? Because I'm looking at your spread and you're going to have a lot on your mind. And when you think about last week's reading, actually, you did get the 5 of Wands. Yeah. Okay. And now it's in the heart of your spread. So it really is saying that there may be a lot of like you too. I want you to feel that empowerment energy with Pluto, by the way. All right. There could be something about really healing around this time. Now, you also got the Knight of Pentacles, which, if you want to think about your last week's reading, was in the heart of your spread. Now it's in your root of your spread. So again, really nice, because the Knight of Pentacles is that stability. Look at so all the knights are active, right? And his horse is going nowhere, but there's a reason for that. Okay. There's a reason for that. And it's because he's sown his seeds. He's reaping his rewards. It doesn't matter how long it takes. He's patient. Okay. And it's still that process of sowing seeds and reaping rewards. It's like this, longevity energy to it. Remember, that's even like that commitment energy, and it's a win it energy, which I really love about the Knight of Pentacles. But this is something that it's showing that there's something that you could have already moved into, or something that even your mindset, or even something in your physical world where it's like, this is definitely something that is going to be emphasized for you this week. Okay. Again, finances may be a thing. Money may be a thing. It is the Knight of Pentacles here coming after the 4 of Pentacles, but you have the moon in your future. So you are definitely going to have some moments up here. Okay. Not only do we have this full moon in Scorpio this week, you see this is a really full moon here. In tarot, the moon is attributed to you, okay? The moon is attributed to you. So I really, really want you to go deep this week. I really want you to face the fears that you need to face. I really want you to heal, all right? Especially around this full moon in Scorpio. Because with the moon in your future, there is a sense, as I said earlier, the full moon affects people as much as animals and everything. But it's, if you trace the word back, right? Moon, Luna, right? We're going way back, etymological root, Luna, goddess of the moon. But if you go through the history of the word, and that's why we have like lunar, eclipses, lunar landings, if those still happen. If you trace it, go up a little bit in history, lunacy. Okay, so a lot of things happen up here with full moons, or when you feel that you're in a place where you're not connected with your intuition. Remember, the moon is also intuition. So you are natively just very intuitive, Pisces. You know that, right? Y'all know that you are very, very intuitive. So it really is a matter of not only going through these emotional experiences this week, using them to heal, but also to really, really connect with your intuition. I really, really want that for you, because that is part of your spiritual evolution as well. Really go deep, really go deep. Do that soul searching this week. It seems like you might. I mean, this is in your future. So there may be some things that are causing a little bit of distress and, anxiety even. Sometimes, you do have, again, like Uranus and Taurus, which is your third house, and third house does rule the nervous system. But even still, there could be something where you need to unroot, okay? You really need to unroot it now with these Pluto squares, even the full moon squaring Pluto. Remember, I said that in Aquarius, in your 12th house, self-sabotage energy, facing your fears, all right? Pluto is a planet that asks, are you going to own me or are you going to fear me, right? You want to own it, all right? So you may have to go a little deep. You even see the hermit's face in the moon here, okay? The hermit, all about that soul searching, okay? I'll even clarify that for you. Yeah, if you'll be, as long as you go deep, you're going to be fine. You've got the Knight of Wands, really great energy. A lot of this, some of y'all are definitely here for career. It's definitely a career shift that you're feeling this energy in, and it may be this where you feel that squeeze, all right? And even with a Lover's card, it could be this partnership, as in like a new company, new a partner in crime when it comes to career, new colleagues, whatever resonates with you. But you did get the Knight of Wands, okay? So Knight of Wands wands are very career related too, but it really is this movement, just so different from the Knight of Pentacles. I mean, look at this horse just reared up, ready to go. This is just blazing toward your passions, okay? A lot of transformative energy that does associated with the Knight of Wands, okay? And the Knight of Wands is Sagittarius, by the way. Sagittarius rules your 10th house of career, fame, public recognition, honors, achievements, social status, leadership. This is like really, really, again, fuel, fire under your feet. And I mean, literally, right? I mean, you see what's coming out of his helmet. I mean, this is fiery, and because knights are fire, wands are fire, double fire. All right. So really do that intuitive work, really do that spiritual work, really get in, as I mentioned earlier, shadow work as well. I think that this is something that you may want to do this week, and it may, again, be something that actually it's going to be very helpful for you is what it is. Okay, let's get to your stuff. Oh my goodness, Pisces. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, all that fun algorithm stuff. But leave comments. Tell me what's going on. Tell me what's going on. I want to hear from you. And I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. Okay, so yeah, there's definitely something that is going to happen this week. This full moon in Scorpio, maybe there definitely could be something that does. There is that culmination, but partnerships, there is something with someone else involved this week that you may feel this week. Okay, now you've got the Queen of Pentacles, which is really great, having the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles here. So I want you to continue to move forward in that direction, all right? Setting yourself up for this stability. And it's like, it seems like there is a lot of y'all that really wants to be in a position where You don't have to worry about money, and you can take care of everybody. And, you know, the Queen of Pentacles has that very maternal side of hers, okay? Very maternal in the way where she has the resources to take care of everybody in her family, in her kingdom, all her loved ones. All right. And she's generous in that way. She's very giving in that way. You even see her hands underneath the pentacle there, giving. Okay. Unlike the King of Pentacles, but giving here. All right. So this is definitely a lot of fertility, a lot of growth here, a lot of abundance here. Really, really continue to move in that direction. Don't feel uninspired. There's some things that, even with the Four of Wands here, things that you want that may not happen yet. And remember, yet is the key word here. This is a weekly reading. All right. So just continue to move forward. Continue to move forward. There definitely is some partnership stuff. As you know, you did get the Three of Three of Hearts, the Three of Swords here. All right, so it came in your external factors area. Definitely going to be an emotional week for you, where there could be something that has this a bit, like really, really big emotional impact. Okay, there is someone though, by the way. There is someone that is kind of like the support system, like the Queen of Pentacles that I'm picking up on. There's someone that can help something grow for you, okay? In terms of when I say partnerships, there is someone there, and you may know who it is. So communicate, okay? Be willing to communicate. Remember, you have Jupiter in your third house of communication. So I want you to do that. But with the Three of Swords, you know, this is a Libra card. It's Saturn in Libra. Libra rules partnerships and relationships. You know, with the fact that you do have this commitment energy, you've got the Lovers in your, you know, crown. There could be something there that you feel this week that's really hard. It could be really hard for you, but you know, as long as, again, you do that work, you do that shadow work, you do that spiritual work, you like really connecting with your intuition, because there could be a disconnect this week. You're gonna be boom, 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 blazing forward. I'll even clarify that for you. Yeah, there you go. Come on. Yeah, you've got this. Okay, you've got this. You know, with the Three of Swords, it's that emotional healing that you do, right, from things that are hard, and a lot of it could be up here, and it's happening up here. The reason I say that is because, even though, you know, we do call this like the heartbreak card, it's still a sword suit. Sword's the mental suit, okay? And so what's happening here could be affecting you here. That's why you have to have a strong heart, because you got strength, okay? So have that strength, that inner courage. Courage comes from heart, literally, too. I mean, if you take the etymological root for courage, Latin, K-O-R, okay, cor, all right? Corazon. It meant heart, okay? That's where courage comes from. Strength comes from your heart. So open up your heart, okay? Open up your heart and really feel that self-love, all right? Really feel that self-love, because it opens up so many paths for you. Now, 10 of Wands, okay? There is definitely, it's like you are definitely going through some moments where it could be career related, all right? It could be career related. You're getting a lot of career stuff here. A lot of career stuff here. You could be in a place where you're just like, I've been it's almost like exerting so much energy, even to the point of burnout, and just the last thing you want. It's like, I'm over it now. All right. So really, you know, prioritize too, but that intuitive work, that spiritual work is going to help you see things now. All right. Remember, Mercury retrograded. Mercury's finally going direct. Mercury has been you know, a little Dennis Menace for the past few weeks, and it's just been like, and it could have really had an impact on you. Now, you do have the Eight of Pentacles in your final outcome, okay? So this is great. This is you, boom, 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 like not being distracted, really, really putting blood, sweat, tears, heart, and soul into creating, remember what I said, your legacy, basically, your legacy. Putting all that hard work into something that is going to bring you pleasure. This is whistle while you work energy, okay? Now, what's really interesting here, and this is great, okay? This is really great. This is you. I want you to think about some other You may actually have some skills that you may not be using that you know can be useful right now, or this week you may actually discover something, all right, when you do that intuitive work. Now, the thing that I was going to say is this card is attributed to Sun and Virgo. And so, once again, another card referencing Virgo rules your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. So, there could be something here where you're working really hard, but like whistle while you work energy, not being distracted, having your eyes on the prize, your head in the game toward this partnership, relationship, building this legacy, getting to the finish line, doing something where it just all makes sense for you. And it's like this perfect world, but you do have a lot of cards here that really indicate some activity there. And it could be something even down to like your daily routines, like your everyday routines here. But definitely know that this is going to be a week. And Pisces, listen, this is, I've laid it out for me from the beginning. We have a really, really strong full moon in Scorpio. We have that Mars conjuncting Neptune. We have Venus square Pluto. So it really is going to be a week where it's you needing to just really go within, do a lot of shadow work, okay? Face those hard things that you need to face so you don't have to bring them into this next cycle, okay? This new path opening up for you. And remember, May is such a great, gorgeous month. So if there's anything you need to leave behind, do it now. Do it now, especially on this deep spiritual, personal level. Like it's even subconscious, deeply rooted things, okay, in the subconscious, but even again, like self-sabotage energy too. Just know that this week you may feel that squeeze, all right, but use that squeeze to feel empowered, all right? Use that squeeze so you can feel empowered and confident and know what you want and go after what you want and have that strength, and you're going to be great, all right? You're going to be fine, but definitely do spiritual work. Anyway, Pisces, oh my goodness. Next week we do May. All right. So next week we do May. A lot of big things happening in May. Again, you're gonna feel some shifts in home and family and whatnot. Some of y'all are definitely moving. Some of y'all are definitely moving this year. But we'll talk about that. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, and I'll see you, Pisces. I'll see you next week. Okay, thanks so much. Bye-bye.